Page 23. 23. Adonai is sovereign. God is robed in grandeur. Adonai is robed. God is girded with strength. The world stands firm and it cannot be shaken. Together.
From eternity you have existed.
Together. The ocean
sounds Adonai. The ocean sounds his thunder. The ocean sounds his pounding. Above the thunder of mighty waters, or majestic in the breakers of the sea is Adonai. Majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness fits your house. Adonai for all times.
Page 24, we join together in Shalom Aleichem. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbi. Ve'amad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'vyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv. Leolam ol mehamaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudashal parichu le'elam yimkol birchata v'shirata tushbitata v'lechem Da'amiran Yalma V'yemeru Amen. La 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 If you remember from 2 weeks ago, and if you look in your brochure here, I typed in creation, Baruch Hu, and communal prayer. So this is the first section of 3 sections in our prayer book, and these are the theology pieces. And so this first theology piece that we're going to start with is on page 30, pretty much. And we are going to go through these 3 different passages, all of which are saying the theology of what Judaism is to us. So we are on page 30, and we join together in the English. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. And we join together on page 32 with Ahavat Olam. And we join together. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Together. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem, Emet. On page 39 at the bottom. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, and yet we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one at the east. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Third line in the Hebrew, third line in the English, sort of. Spread over all of us the Sukkot of Shalom. Spread over all of us the Sukkot of Shalom. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha. Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha. Page 44, and we continue. Please rise. And as you're rising, notice how beautiful the ark is and how you get to see it.
Yeah.
And so it really adds to the beauty of this place. And we join together. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zoter Chastei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem L'man Shemo V'Ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Zorah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechalchel Chaim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol B'Racham ימים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנת להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Have a seat. At the very bottom of page 55, underneath the straight line, we join together, and this is of Abraham Joshua Heschel's teachings. The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things in space. On Shabbat, we try to become attuned to the holiness of time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Page 57. And we join together. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 59. We're going to skip the top line in Hebrew and do just the bottom one. So we're going to do both in English and then the Hebrew at the bottom. Okay? And we join together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us, we mortals that you take note of us? You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot. And we join together in Sholom Rav, after which we will take on a few moments for our own silent prayers.
Tasim leolam,
should sit with 3 or 4 people together. You can bring 2 people down here, you don't have to move, but you gotta move. It's not gonna work if you don't move. So like 3 people in a row, 4 people, something like that, but not more than that, so that you'll be able to talk.
Okay. Excuse me, camera.
So, squish down. I promise I don't bite. Not too often. Right. Okie dokies. Come on down. By the way, this is a really good seat on Friday nights. Just telling you. Yeah, I know, but I have to nudge. Okay. Yeah, but now we're doing fun. Okay, so, yeah. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to be in groups of either 3 or 4. And this is the time of year between Passover and between, what's the other holiday that everybody forgets? Shavuot, right? So in between that time period, we're supposed to be learning things. We're supposed to be sort of experiencing something a little bit different where, let's say you pick up the card and it says, I was once taught you are never as good as they say you are, and you are never as bad as they say you are. All that matters is that each day we create anew the possibility of a joyful sound to God. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask you in your group to pick 3 or so of these cards. I don't care which ones, whichever ones you happen to pick. And I want the group of you, 3 or 4 people, to talk about it, what it means, and then afterwards at the end see how it responded, how we responded to it or it responded to us, and what the thoughts were. Because the whole idea of this is to say, what does all this mean? And if you were to look at it, like when you see these, at the very bottom here, it says first day of the Omer. That's the counting of the Omer that we've talked about. And so that'll tell you where it's from. This one is 1 week and 4 days of the Omer. You know? So you'll be able to do that. You can pick out a card. Each one of you can pick out a card, whatever. Doesn't matter. But I want you to pick out, let's say, several of them, so that together you are talking about them and saying what is important about these cards. Okay? Okay. Pick some cards. Any card.
Pick a card.
I could be a card dealer here.
I got 2.
Okay.
Oh, I got more.
It's okay.
All right.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Try this one. How about that?
Who are we with? Because they got
3 over here, 2 here, 1 there.
I
Maybe.
don't want to be with her.
Well, I'll go buy a pizza. Take another one. So you can talk about it.
You're a group by
Okay.
yourself, Mary Beth.
No, she's not.
What?
You're a
What?
group by
You
yourself.
can, if you end up putting yourselves together in a bigger group, it works anyway. So go ahead and pick a card.
Put 3 cards among them.
Pick some cards in your card. I've never done this, like being, a card dealer here. You can have 6. Do you need another one? You got it. Okay. See, look at that. I'm going to win the card racing. And what I want y'all to be able to do is be talking about it.
Probably need it for the other. This 3 for 4. Are we each supposed to have one?
Just, you can change it around. It's not all that.
What you got? Got anything good?
Okay. My father once told me that a person is judged by 3 things. I do when I'm sorry, I have that.
So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at your cards. Look at the cards that you have, and you're talking to the people that you're sitting with.
I guess.
And what does it mean? What are
Why did
the,
we move up?
the ideas that are given in these cards?
My father once told me
We
that a
wouldn't
person
do all
is
these in
judged
one night, of course, but we are. So
by
maybe,
three things. First is a good name. Integrity and a good name are really all we have in life.
okay, so you three want to
He
turn around.
concluded you must also have a sense of
They're turning
humor.
around, they're
It's been quite a journey so far. I have compassion as I try to figure it out, and in the meantime, judge gently others. Okay.
Right. I just take it.
Yeah, do one at a time.
I don't know.
Right? Do one part at a time so that you all
Is
have.
judged by three things. First is a good name, sense of humor, I guess integrity.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
And the right to eat chocolate.
I'm not really sure what we're doing with this.
I'll go with you.
But it makes sense because when you die, you're not going to remember how much money you have or what your house looked like. You're going to remember if you know, a good name meaning they remember you because you did good things, you were honest, and integrity is along with it, being honest. And you must also have a sense of humor, which I like. I like saying, including that, because that's something that, you know, that you have people remember that, and they remember you have a sense of humor. Laughter is a good feeling, so if people laugh at you or with you, then it's a good feeling. Okay, so she's standing back there with your forehead. Okay, did you have anything that you would like to say about that?
No.
Thank you. Okay, we discussed that. We're just discussing it. No, we got two. Okay. So we're just discussing it, right? Yeah.
We're just talking to each other, and then afterwards I'm going to ask if anybody wants to share something that they read. I think is important. Okay. Okay.
Right.
We're going to go past you for a moment. I'm sorry, what?
How is the Lord? I'm glad we had this. I'm glad we had this. You never know. We ended up turning it off just because we can't. We had
Because what we need to do is have somebody sit right in front of the speaker, you know, for the for Zoom. So it was
right.
really hard
Plus,
for them to see that.
plus the fact that Delilah, whom I don't know, and I'll ask her later if she is, don't tell me now. But like she kept making a noise or something, and then she would come forward on Zoom. So we need to mute. Not just her, but I mean,
Yeah,
we
be
need
sure to
to
remind
mute.
me, and that would be helpful. Because it's really hard for me to try and pick up everyone and who's talking where.
Yeah. Okay. Make the following declaration. I will search for God. I will not betray my life's calling. I don't understand.
So what'd you find out?
Ran away.
How do you search for God?
You were the only Jewish card. No. So I would red dress.
What do you look for?
Well, yeah.
It says, make the following declaration. I will search for God. I will not betray my life's calling. How do you search for God?
Oh, I like that.
How do you search for God?
I came over and you were all quiet.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, I came over and then you were all quiet.
Well, we got the who developed this?
She's a rabbi who lives in Israel.
No? That's humor.
Yeah, well, and we're gonna
I'm going to give you all like 2 minutes at the most, and then I'm going to ask something, and then we'll move on. So if you're finished, let me know. If you're not finished, pretend. And so you got a minute and a half.
So the search for God is probably, I would say, within yourself. I mean, obviously you're not, looking for a picture of God, but you're looking for within yourself to find.
So, but can you, it says if you were to adjust your street, so for her, you got clinic prevention, maybe, but how's she gonna do
You'll
that?
find them, you'll find it in various places around that have it on it.
And this that will not
Okay, I'm going to head over down here, and then I'm going to ask a couple questions and see what you got.
Personal order.
I'm trying to figure out, a lot of these things are about changing your life. And it sounds like you have the power to change.
You can be wherever you like.
None of them are just, it's all the
Okay, so,
on the balance page.
on the balance page, yes, absolutely. Tomorrow. Okay, so what I would like to do now is I would like you to take a half a minute and pick, if you have one that's your favorite, in your group. Pick one that you think is really significant for you guys. Pick it quickly so that we're not here for a really long time. But I do want you to take a peek at them. Pick the one that you think is most important, that's in your group's hand. Okay? Just whichever one you think is that you have is the most important one, because you all have several different ones.
These guys are ready.
In a minute, but first I got to make sure everybody's got something. Did you guys all found something that was your favorite thing? Okay, so why don't you guys start then?
So we're all gonna do one, right?
Oh, we're all gonna do the same one.
Don't we all do the
I don't
same?
care how you do it. Just
right.
stand up and explain it and turn around to them.
All right, every now and then, we have to drill a hole in the bottom of the boat that keeps us afloat, because one simply should not chart a course carried by routine and complacency. So we all like that one the best, and we all feel like it's important to get out of our comfort zone and try new things and expand our horizons.
Sharon and Mahjong and
Sharon and Mahjong.
Yeah, I said I tend to play the same kind of hands, and today I'm trying to push me to the limits a little bit more, and I chose a different kind of hand to play.
There you go. Could you sing?
And I would say when I travel, I try to eat a lot of different foods that I don't normally get. When I was in Australia, I tried kangaroo. And we had, it's just the way it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys.
Okay, we like this one. To be in service to something larger than ourselves is true greatness. It is the work of our lives. So I think we thought that is sort of the ultimate message of Judaism. It kind of spoke to me as a Rotarian, because Rotary Club's motto is service above self. And I was like, that's just, so what else do we say? People?
I've got a question for Nancy. Is a kangaroo broth called marsupial?
Anyway, moving right along. Next person.
Okay, ladies, I'm gonna stop making noise outside. It almost worked. All right, how about the five of you in the back?
Oh, okay. There I was, called upon to be a testifying witness. So I swear to the holy presence of music and splendor and to the capacity of the soul to see and hear what is often invisible and silent, the universe alive with grandeur. So we kind of thought this was to do with what we want to have on Shabbat is just the feeling of aliveness and the universe's grandness, and the music is a key part of it. What do we say?
Very nice. Thank you. You guys, and then you're last.
Stand up.
Yes.
You kind of like open your eyes to beauty and breathe in an unending spirit eternally present. And Elizabeth and I kind of linked that to our bird walk of yesterday through the Audubon Preserve, where you see God's beauty and His creatures, and really taking advantage of just relaxing and looking at what's been created.
Good job.
Anything else to add? No?
Yep, I guess good job.
Thank you.
My father once told me that a person is judged by three things. First is a good name, he said. Integrity and a good name are really all we have in life. He continued, you must also have a sense of humor, unless you have jokes that are made up of puns, which actually are my favorites. And Debbie and I talked about that, and we agreed with that and felt that the good name and integrity is what you are remembered by, the morality, integrity, trust, and that the humor also plays a part, because when you make people smile or laugh, it makes you feel good and it makes others remember you. And although we were kind of looking at it as afterlife, but whatever.
But it's what you saw.
There we go.
So that's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do, not now, but when we get up, when everybody, you don't all have to go over there and stack them yet. So just make sure that the cards come back. And they can come back right on the table, right on the chair there, or right on the table over there. Okay? All right. We are going to continue with our prayers. Are you okay? Do you need some water? Yes. Do I have water? I have no clue. I have a chocolate bar.
Good enough.
That's all I got, sorry.
I'll be okay till just a few minutes.
All right. Do you want to check in the back? I think there's a sink in the back here somewhere. Okay, I'll just be quiet. Right. Okay. We are going to continue with our community prayers, and so we start with the Misha Berach, which is on page 253, page 253. As we are about to think about those who are in need of healing, to begin with, of course, we think of Dolores Rothschild, Judy Foster, and Mike Schwartz. Is there anybody who would like to add to that name, to those list of names?
Michael Falk.
Anybody else?
Seville, your aunt Seville.
Anybody? Page 253, we join together with hopes for and prayers for all those who are in need of healing. And we join together. Avotenu Mikor habracha le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of Page 258. The last paragraph. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. For the state of Israel, we join together. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Before we turn the page, if you've watched the news over the past couple days, the news is not good in Israel. The Israelis are terrified in Jerusalem and really wanting to figure out what they should do. They are looking into places in the north, which aren't so safe right now either. But we are together saying that we are here, we are hoping for peace, we are hoping for goodwill, and we are hoping for all of us to be able to see and to be in Israel in the years to come. Page 282. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'ol, la'atei kedua li'tzer bereshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu ki mishpachot ha'adamah, shelo samtelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol ha'odam, ve'anachnu Umishtahavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 287. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu bayom hahu v'yeh Page 292. And actually, you can sit down and then stand up afterwards.
Okay.
When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. The psalmist said that in his affliction he learned the law of God, and in truth, grief is a great teacher when it sends us back to serve and bless the living. We learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silent in their presence and when a word will assure them of their love and concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as, in their higher moments, they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts, and they are an abiding blessing. During the current years, Dr. Gilbert R. Cherrick, uncle of Alan Cherrick, Lawrence Berlin, father of Becky Trieger, Gloria Cohen, mother of Mary Beth Cohen, John Woods, partner of Edie Schultz, Eleanor Zaraski, mother of Richard Zaraski, Elaine Beneshew, father of Remy Beneshew, Margaret Routman Schoenfeld, aunt of Carol Lowenstein, Jeanette Catherine Scrow, mother of Greg Scrow and daughter-in-law of Leslie, Susan Fair Lieber, sister of Sarah Estep and sister-in-law of Les Estep, Istvan Steve Cortez, cousin of Eva Muller, Joseph Zaraski, brother of Richard Zaraski and brother-in-law of Betsy, Dr. Arthur Frank, brother of Stuart Frank. In prior years, we remember these who were so important also. Vivian Binken, Syl Binken, Albert B. Deutsch, Minnie Eckstein, Pauline Ettman, Meyer Goldblatt, Michael Ross Goldstein, William L. Harris, Theodore Height, Abraham Cartman, George Kolstein, Morton R. Langer, Esther Litvinova, Rita Pickert Rubens, Reba J. Silver, Marianne Swarson. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Yalmad yivrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayei chon u'v'yomei chon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mivorach le'olam olamei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, v'yithaleh, v'yithalal, shemei d'kudusha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom dimromav, uya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we all say, Amen. Have a seat. Just as a reminder, until everybody gets used to these, front page you can figure out. These are the page numbers so that you don't get lost. On the other side is information and a very special thank you from Lori Barnum and Howard and Lori Hamill. For the ONED, and then you can read all the information that's down there so that you know what's going on. I do want to point out that we're having a program called The Kibbutz with the Rabbi, and we have anybody who wants to come and join us and talk and say anything you want to say and anything you want to talk about. We are in those programs going to be on Wednesday, April 27th at 2 o'clock. On Sunday, May 1st at 4 o'clock, and Wednesday, May 5th at 5 o'clock. So you don't forget, come by and yell at me. No, I'm kidding. Come by and talk to me and, share whatever you want to share, because that's what it's all about. Okay? Any other announcements? Yes?
Yeah, on Tuesday, there's going to be a special Holocaust commemoration at the Abraham Lincoln Museum. The current exhibit is on Holocaust and other genocides, and in cooperation with the Chicago Holocaust Museum. And that's going to be here until next January 22nd. But on Tuesday night, there's going to be the museum will open at 6 so that people can tour that exhibit. At 7, there will be a special Holocaust commemoration, short. It's scheduled to be just about a half an hour in the Union Theater. There will not be a state Holocaust commemoration this year. The Holocaust commemoration in the old state capitol, which stopped before stopped with the pandemic, is not resuming because the buses are not coming down from Chicago with all the lobbying the Jewish community. So they're not going to do a statewide commemoration. If they do, they'll do it in Chicago, not down here. So this is the only one in Springfield.
Lisa, you wanted to tell me about next Friday?
Yes, I wanted to encourage everybody to make a special effort to come next Friday because we'll be saying farewell to Nicole, and Rabbi Datz and Sharon Starr have planned a musical oneg downstairs, and we have some remarks to Nicole. So the choir will be singing, and many of the professional choir will be donating their time to join us.
We don't have to sing for our supper, do we?
No.
We're not singing.
However, I will tell you that I did ask Nicole what she wanted us to sing, and I said, this is yours to do, however you want to do the music, in whatever way you want to do it. And so what happens up here will be what Nicole has put together, and what you guys are putting downstairs for her will also be going on afterwards, just so you know. Yes.
Also, same date, May 20th will be Sisterhood Shabbat with installation, Sisterhood installation, and Temple Board installation. So mark your calendars.
We will have, and I don't know if it's actually going to be Sisterhood Shabbat or not at that Friday night.
And a dinner, yeah. And also, yes, we're going to have a Shabbat dinner. So dinner, we're going to have services. Since it is Sisterhood Shabbat or the Shabbat dinner, we will start services at 5:30 with Shabbat dinner following with Mulner's catering. And more information to follow. I'm not sure the price yet of the cost. Still working with Mulner's on it.
There will also be between 2 and 4 individuals who are going to be going through conversion that weekend too. Just so you know, it'll be a celebration.
When is it?
The same weekend.
The same time, May 20th.
It doesn't have to be May 20th. I can put it on a different day. But if you want it all together, that's fine. Anyway, we'll talk about it. Okay, any other thoughts or things that you need to share? Ideas, whatever. Okay, so we are going to turn to page 353. 353. O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, peace will surely come to us, we certainly hope. Salam for us and for the entire world.
O Yavo Shalom
Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu, O Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We continue downstairs.
Rabbi Spell.